Well, good morning, everyone. This is Keith with Positively Osceola here today. Another show, and today called Osceola Matters, one of the many shows we do. And of all the shows we've ever done, this is my favorite guest we're ever going to have ever.
Sure. Sure. That's right.
From Osceola County Pet Services. How you guys doing? Or how are you doing over there?
We are good. We're doing good. Thank you.
So this is our casual start, and then we let a few people climb in as the Facebook algorithms do their trick, and Mr. Mark Zuckerberg makes things go as it goes. So
That's right.
We always say in Zuck we trust, so we shall. So what's new where you're at?
Well, we're doing pretty good at the shelter. We've got people coming in, which we're excited about. So we've remained open through everything, of course. And so we're just looking for forever homes for some pets always. And so we've got some great pets there that we'd love for everyone to check out.
So at Osceola Animal Services, this is just us again, just casually starting out, but is the summer, when do you see more animals come into the shelter?
Oh, that's a good question. We typically see it's usually spring or summer where animals are coming in, and that's typically when we see that happen. A lot of people get pets during the year and then start to see some trouble during that summer season. And then if we haven't spayed or neutered our pets, a lot of times that's the time of year that that's happening as well, that we're getting more kittens, especially come in during that time as well. So usually you'll have an increase during the spring and summer months. But, for us in Osceola County, we tend to stay pretty stable, I guess, of sorts of the amount of animals coming in, but you'll see the highs and lows throughout the year. But I would say on average, spring and summer would be higher months of intake of animals coming into the shelter.
Gotcha. All right. Well, we're getting a few people popping in, so let's go ahead and make it official. A little coffee pushing there,
There you go.
Important.
Start to the day.
I'm telling you, I always tell people this is not a prop. This is a tool, well used in Positively Osceola. So the official welcome. So we have today with us Tami Solano. Of course, you're the community outreach and volunteer coordinator, but I think I said we may have to throw a couple more titles your way before you go into the show.
Oh, it feels that way, right?
Pet care czar. All right, enough of that. So we're here today to talk about a few different things, and just kind of like we were casually speaking of, just to get a good update so people know what's going on over at the shelter and how maybe they can help. What this season is and what people, what's affecting you, what causes pressure, strain perhaps on you and your team. And but today we specifically have a fundraiser that has been extended. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that, please?
Yes, so we are very excited. We brought back, this is our second time doing our fundraiser, which is our Draw Pet fundraiser. So it's a really unique fundraiser in that we are pairing our donors. So those that donate money, you can submit a photo of your pet. And then we pair you with children in the community, ages 5 to 15, that will actually draw your pet for you. So it's free for the children to participate, do their part to help give back to the animals. So we definitely need their beautiful artwork to make this happen. So it's a great way for kids to get involved. Super common question that I get is, how can my kids get involved and give back to the shelter? So this is an absolutely wonderful idea for them. And then what we do is we pair you with donors. So donors are donating $10 per drawing that you would like to have completed by the children. And then what we're going to be doing is we're going to be having a digital a showcase of the artwork. So you'll be able, as the pet owner, you'll be able to get your digital digital rendering of your pet, and you can print that and hang that up in your house. And our artists will be able to showcase all their work. So it's such a cool opportunity. And of course, all the funds that we're collecting are going to the animals in need. So it is a really nice fundraiser. We launched it for the first time last year, and we're hoping to surpass our goal. And so we need everybody's help, right? So we can give back to the shelter. And really it's for the medical care of the animals. That's a huge need that we have at the shelter. Those are always unexpected and tend to be the highest funds that we need is for the medical care of the animals, because you never know, obviously, what's going on with the animals when they come in, what they're going to need, what surgeries they might need, things like that. And so our medical fund is one of our biggest needs at the shelter, but it also goes to just the general care of the animals. So any toys, enrichment, beds, things like that we would need for the animals, that's where the funds would go to as well, directly to the animals.
So we see at Positively Osceola, we see a lot of different fundraisers. I've got to say, this is like one of the coolest. This is a great idea, right?
Yeah, we have a lot of fun, and I think it's a unique community way of getting involved, right? And so we have a lot of fun with it. We have a lot of families that we're excited to do it again. We're hoping to reach new families through our broadcast today and see if we've got some more kids out there that like to join us. We're definitely in need of artists right now. The cool thing about my role in the fundraiser is it goes up and down, right? I've got donations coming in, which we're like, woohoo. And then we go, no, we need some more artists. And then we need more donations. And so we're constantly matching it up all the way to the end. So we love it. We need both. So this is our final day of the fundraiser. So anyone will leave that open all day, all night tonight. And so we're hoping that you can donate to us or a child that might be able to participate as well.
Very cool. So just go to OsceolaCountyPets.com and they can look it up.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. So right to our website. Mm-hmm.
Very cool. All right. Well, that's like I said, that's the cool factor. I think you've got the cool factor fundraiser thing going on this year.
It's fun. It's fun.
Very cool. I just love the idea of bringing kids into it. That's another opportunity, I guess, for their awareness of what's going on as far as animals. Right?
Yeah, definitely. So we encourage everyone, once they participate, to really talk to your kids about the animals that are at the shelter and ways we can help out. And I think that's absolutely wonderful. So all the pets that they're drawing are owned pets, but it's a great way to let them know, hey, we're pairing you, and people are giving money the more you draw. Every time they draw, they're helping make that, right. It's a partnership, right? We got to have the kids and the donors in order to make it work.
Very cool. So aside from that, you've got other things going on that happen basically 24/7 almost. Don't you?
Yes.
Give us a little update about what's going on over the shelter.
Yeah. Well, we've got, of course, adoptions. We always have our adoptable pets available online. So they're at OsceolaCountyPets.com. And you can go to Adoptable Pets, see our cats and dogs that are available there. We also have virtual adoptions as well. So we do have a little section on the website too, where you can also see animals that are available in our foster program. So our foster program is another great way to get involved. We are always actively looking for fosters, but especially during this time, as I mentioned, kittens are a big large amount right now, basically happening in the spring and summer months. So they're in need. So those are the kittens that are less than 8 weeks of age and under 2 pounds. So there you go. So we will basically have anywhere between, newborns to, 6-7 weeks old that are in need of foster care. So that's temporarily providing care for these kittens in your home. And so we provide everything for you, the supplies, the veterinary care for these guys. We just ask that you provide the loving home and the attention that they need. And when they're big enough, then they come back to the shelter and we will look for adopters for them. So we have some of our available foster kittens available that are old enough for adoption. You can find on our website as well in the virtual adoption section. But adopting pets is fantastic. That's always what we need is more people willing to adopt a pet and look at the pets that are in need. And then, of course, fostering. If you're able to maybe it's not the right time to adopt a pet, but you're thinking about it or think you might have a little extra space to care for a pet in need, the foster program might be a great fit for you as well. So other ways to help out the shelter and the animals in need.
How did the fostering program come about? That whole idea of doing that, it seems super simple and like ingenious, because people have a caring heart and they say, well, I can help not forever.
Yeah.
So that opens up a whole new way for people to make sure the animals are taken care of. How did that whole thing come out?
Yeah, I mean, it was really such a great fit and kind of makes the most sense, honestly. It comes from, shelters were just at a point where there is a point where there's not enough kennels, right? For everybody. So it was a way to extend, and more locations for animals that are in need. So that was kind of a natural extension, right? Where else can we have our animals? But also that those populations and those animals, individual animals that are having trouble, like we say, like the kittens that are too young, because they need more care, right? They definitely need somebody there all the time with them, because they're so very young and they have specialized needs, meaning they need to eat more frequently. Sometimes there's medical cases that just need that extra attention. And so when you've got it one-on-one in a home, that's fantastic. And we provide online training for everyone, so you know what to look for. We've got phone numbers and support systems that you can call us. So no experience is needed. We will train everyone, and then we'll help find the right fit for your home. So whether that may be a baby kitten, or it might be an adult dog, maybe you're a better fit for a dog, and you're like, I can take a dog for a walk. I can do a little bit of training. And so that might be a better fit too. But we have anywhere from 2 weeks to, a few months. And some will be willing to take them longer depending on the individual animal situation. But a lot of times we're looking for a little help in these foster homes, and then communication, photos, videos. It's a great way to tell people what these pets are like inside of a home too. So a lot of our fosters really like talking with the adopters as well. It's not a necessity, but so a lot of people really enjoy it and trying to say, hey, this is what they like to do. This is what they do when I get home from work, so it's helpful. It gives you more information as an adopter too, which is amazing.
Yeah, that's very cool. I think for myself and my wife, Lisa, we would be, if we bring the cat to our home, that cat's going to be ours forever. We're going to fall in love.
There is a risk.
We're going to fall in love.
I always say it's always hard on the first time, right? But to know that you can provide that home for them when they didn't have that opportunity before. I mean, that's really what it's all about, is being able to, can you love this pet and take care of this pet and see it go to a great home, and then get to do it all over again. A lot of people just love that kitten phase. And so they just feel like they can help. We've got some great foster volunteers that bottle feed like all the time. and so they're good at it. They enjoy it. And it's really a great way for them to give back. And then when they get big enough, they feel accomplished, move those kittens along, and then they get the next group that they can love and care for. So really kind of cool.
That's awesome. Let me flip it in a different direction now. So okay. I think when people hear Osceola County pets, they think, oh, well, everything's funded by the government. You're good to go. You have as much money as you need, and you have all the space you need. There's never any challenges, which we know is not true. So how can organizations, businesses around Osceola County, how can we help you? Do you have conversations with organizations that are saying, look, how can I help you? So let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, that's wonderful. The county does provide, we're our municipal shelter. So the county does provide our salaries, our facility, our building. And so we've got great support from the county that way. With animals, though, as we all know, there's so many unexpected things, and there's so many more animals that need help too. Right. So the more support that we have from our community in funding and businesses, we would love any sort of sponsorship, large donations. We've had them in the past that really help us to get those extra, we call them the extra things that we need. But a lot of times it's, the community coming together. We got the fencing was donated for us for some extra play yards. So these are the things that are additional. So it aren't necessarily the necessity thing that we need right now that we definitely get provided from the county, but it's those things that we really would love to have for our animals, right? We want more exercise yards. We want shading and sprinkler systems and all sorts of different things. The more support that we have, the more care that the additional care we can provide to not only the animals currently that we have, but then that allows us to help more animals. So if we do get that funding to help what we need right now, there is a way to help more animals then, right? And so we can do more things with the more support that we have. And so there's great ways you can get involved directly if you'd like, as a corporation or business, if you'd like to sponsor something very particular, and give to something. We had a wonderful organization help us with our bathing room as well as some community support as well, to get a new bathtub because it just wasn't in the budget that year, but we really needed it. Broke down, how those things happen. And we had such generosity and support come through for that we were able to get all sorts of bathing supplies for all the volunteers that bathe the dogs. And so it was really amazing. So the more support that we have, definitely the better and more things that we can do for the animals that are in our care.
And so then just the same type thing, you can either just go to the website or they can call, just call that number at the bottom.
Yes. Yeah. You'll get in touch with me. You can definitely ask for me as well. But we can, call our phone number, definitely ask if there's a way you want to give back on our donation page on the website. You can also go to the general donation and that will go directly to the animal. So you can put it in tribute in memory of an individual, in honor of someone, or as a company, I would suggest calling the number and I can definitely get in touch with you and decide what would be a good fit for your corporation or company.
That's awesome. We talked, so many of our interviews include a fact that Osceola County, certainly St. Cloud, Kissimmee, both incorporated cities, some of the fastest growing area. It is the fastest growing area in the state of Florida, pretty much. And it starts to become almost a national issue with so many people moving here. And that's its own discussion point. But it has an effect on what you guys are able to do and what you're looking at every day. I mean, it really does affect you. So, certainly if you're a business or an organization knows somebody who is, and they've been looking for a very righteous cause, certainly Osceola Animal Services would be one. Definitely.
Yes, definitely. We would love that support.
Anything else you want to share before we sign off today?
I adopt. Definitely check out our website. If you're not familiar with us, we are taking appointments for a lot of things. So you can always come comfortably to the shelter. Call ahead if you have any questions. We'll definitely help you out during these times, right? We're always available to help you out with any questions that you have. We're trying to make every process as simple as we can. If you've lost or found any pets, definitely give us a call. We have a lost and found pet service as well. So you can go online. If you find somebody's pet that you believe to be lost, you can file a found pet report. I found a pet. And if you've lost your pet, we definitely encourage you. As you mentioned, Osceola County is pretty big. A lot of people are moving in and out. So that's always really important. We want to get pets back to their homes as soon as possible. And of course, hurricane season, definitely prepare for your pets too. So as you prepare your own kit, if you're new to the area with storms, definitely make sure you have a little go kit for your pet that has your medicine, your food, your kennel that you can carry them in. So we always mention that in the summer season, just to keep that in everyone's minds as well, to be prepared.
Yeah, that's a great point. I hadn't even thought about that, and that's a huge issue. We have 3 German Shepherds, and so they remind us that they're present at all times, and that we're prepared. But we really appreciate what you guys do over there. You have a great team, just ultra professional, and always willing to help. You make a huge difference in the county, and we really thank you for all you do very much.
Thank you so much. We love our community, and that's really what we need, right? To make all this work is definitely the support of our community as well. So we thank everybody that's helping us with the fundraiser, that has helped us by adopting, and any of the many ways you can help pets in need.
Awesome. And there's that last plug. So yes, fundraiser still going on today. The cool factor is existing at Osceola Animal Services. Check it out. Go to OsceolaCountyPets.com. Check out that fundraiser is a blast. So please support. And again, we have Tami Solano, the community outreach and volunteer coordinator for Osceola Animal Services. We thank you for being here with us today.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Got it. All right. Again, this is Keith with Positively Osceola, along with Tami Solano from Osceola Animal Services, together making a positive difference in and around Osceola County.